I do love an F-22. The lights look great on this new version. Pilots, it's finally here. You knew it was coming. There was only one missing in the lineup. We now have the full range of EDF sizes available for our F-22 here at Motion RC. Our most popular jet ever only gets better by having more and more sizes. We now have the 64mm EDF driven F-22, the 70mm driven F-22, the brand new 80 as of today available to order, and the 90 available also here at Motion RC. I'm super excited for everybody to start getting these. They are in stock right now. If you want one, go check it out. But without further ado, let's get this new 80 to the end of the runway and get it up in the air for you. All right, pilots, taking off the all new 80mm F-22. I have one notch of takeoff flaps. Here we go, let's roll it into the throttle. Little bit of back pressure, gear up, flaps up. Let's turn and burn, baby. Very well behaved aircraft with the included gyro right out of the box. I'm gonna bring her down for a nice stable pass right over the runway. Pull that up into a Cuban. Hold it, roll out of it. This is half throttle on the jet. Really well behaved. Bring her to full power. Up, tons of vertical. Power off. Keep the power off for this glide pass. Add a little bit of back pressure. Super stable aircraft. It's set up just like it is out of the box. Not running any tailerons or anything like that today. I'm gonna keep the power out. I'm gonna try and slow her down from right there into an alpha pass. Taking gunfire out at Larks today. It will get more aggressive than this. I just started a little late. Lots of power on that new 80. Let's pump her up. Roll her over, pull her through. Very, very acrobatic aircraft on these F-22s. Once again, keep her slow, roll it, pull her through. Super sweet flying aircraft. And they all fly good inverted because they're basically the same airframe inverted as they are right side up. So we'll bring her around here about half power. Flip her over into inverted. Whoa, I pushed on my stick a little hard. My bad. We got to do that again. Here we go. Let's rip it in here. Got to get that better than that. I'm still human, guys, and I like to show y'all every once in a while. All right, here we go. Flip it to inverted. Little bit of down pressure. It's a very neutral CG right out of the box. And flies beautifully. I'm gonna pull the power right there so we can try and get a little more aggressive with the alpha. It is crosswind right now, which is hurting me a little bit in the high alpha department. You can see her trying to crab into it a little bit. That looks better. Now with taileron set up, of course, you're gonna be able to get it a lot more aggressive than that. I do love an F-22. The lights look great on this new version. That's our 3-minute timer. I've actually been setting it to 3.5. I tried it on a 4,000 a minute ago, and that was the timer I set up for it. So we have enough time to do a nice gear pass here. We'll bring it by. And we will hit the button now for the gear. You'll see the doors open, and now the wheels will deploy. We're gonna go into 1 notch of flaps. Start setting the aircraft up for its approach. 2nd notch of flaps coming in, bringing the power back. About a 1/4 throttle when you're coming into land, get that nose established. Get that beautiful light on the front. We're gonna make it past the bump in Lark's runway right there, and now we're gonna set it down just where we want it. And you do have reverse thrust on this model also. All right, pilots, so that gets the flight review of this F-22 done for today. Now we're gonna actually start checking out some of the differences between the 80 and some of our other models here at Motion RC. So let's start up in the front. Just like in all the other versions, you do have a plastic cladded nose cone that is fully removable, magnetic, and keys in. So if you damage that one day, it's easy to put that back on. We also know a lot of customers like to stand this aircraft up for storage, and they like to put it right there on that flat spot and then put their nice nose cone back on. Moving back on the aircraft, you're going to also notice that you do have an LED HUD display on this model. Now, the canopy does not come on and off like in some of our other models, so no need for any of those fancy connectors that you've seen in some of the newer aircraft. But yeah, it is nice to see the cockpit detail that comes in this aircraft. There is also a 3D printable cockpit that is installed later if you choose to. This is the stock cockpit that you're seeing right now, just as you're going to receive your aircraft. But if you want that 3D printed cockpit, it is available here at Motion RC for you to install yourself. As we move back, you're going to also notice that the cladding here around the forward intakes of the F-22 all the way around are plastic. So no worries when you're transporting this about damaging any of this. You can see all the way around is plastic on this whole leading edge here. So all that is plastic, no worries about damaging it. As we move back further, you're going to also notice that they have added cladding here. All the parts that you would normally damage on your F-22 have been made in plastic. So plastic to here, you have the meeting point here is plastic, and then it turns to foam as they go out on the leading edge of the wing. As you get to the tip of the wing, you are going to notice there is plastic cladding there also. This is where most of them get bumped and scraped whenever you tip them over during fast taxis or landing. So this is plastic out here on the end. The other cool thing that is different on this F-22 from all other versions is we now have the lights installed right out of the box. So you have the green nav on one side and the red nav on the other side. Here in the middle, you're going to see that this is all plastic through here where the wing joiner is. That's because this is the quick wing setup that you've seen in several other aircraft like the Zeus, the B-25. A lot of our newer models have this. You're going to hit the 2 buttons right here underneath. So one here releases that. Then you're going to reach around to the back side, push that wing release, and then you can simply slide the wing off just like that. There's one connector right here on the inside. If we take that loose, we can then slide the entire wing off just like that. There's 2 little white things right here in the end of the tubes. You're going to glue those in when you're actually assembling the model. Those just help key it. If you don't put them in, it's not going to hurt the model as far as how it flies. To reinstall it, simply line it up just like that. Plug your multi-function control board in for the wing, and then slide the wing on, pushing the 2 buttons to reinstall it. Super slick. Makes this thing really easy to take in and out to the field if you do need to disassemble it. Moving back again, nothing really different on the tail of this aircraft as far as from our other models. You do have a full flying stabilator. You can see we have it set up as just elevator here on this aircraft today. This is how it's going to come out of the box. Now, if you want it to be tail-a-rons, you can do that. You're going to split this into 2 different channels, and then you can set up tail-a-rons. We'll probably do that at a later date, but for now I want to show it to you just as it comes right out of the box. Now, the aircraft does also come with flaps and ailerons, and then if we flip it over, I'm going to set it on the table very gently right now as to not damage it. We can go over the bottom of the aircraft. Now, working our way from the front again, As we move back, you're going to see you have the nose gear doors. These are servo driven on this model. Then you have the aluminum painted strut right out of the box. As you can see, it does come with the dual lighting controller up here in the front. That makes it look very scale. And like I said, the new painted landing gear on everything really looking good. You also get a good shot of these plastic inlets again down here. Like I said, I'm gonna take this. If you did this on your foam airplane, you'd put all kinds of dents in it, but this is all plastic on this aircraft to keep it from getting damaged in transportation. There's also a little bump right here that's plastic. The nice thing is that's where the aircraft actually sets in the car if you have it with its wheels up. So that plastic is to keep it kind of protected while you're riding it around. So we move back again, you are going to see the one cheater hole here in the bottom of the aircraft. Still had to have that to get enough air to the fan. And then as you can see, we have the painted struts and the working gear doors, outer gear doors on this F-22, which is really cool. This is the first F-22 in the whole series to have the outer working doors. So let's go ahead and put those up for a second so you get a look at those. And then they'll suck closed, just like that. To open them back up, we're gonna flip that again. The doors are gonna open and the gear are gonna come out. Really not a delay on this one. These are pretty much instant on this. I know that's something that a lot of customers have wanted on some of the newer aircraft, so there is really no delay on this one. They just go in and out very quickly on this aircraft. As we move back again, you can kind of see all the linkages and everything on the aircraft. So there's your ailerons and your elevator. Once again, set up as a standard aircraft right now. And while we're here, let's go on and get one of the nose gear too, Lori. Let's show them that go up and down. You'll see the gear goes down, light turns off, and then the doors will clamshell closed. Very clean look. All of these decals you see across the aircraft are pre-installed right out of the box also. Let's put the gear doors back open. While we have it upside down, you also have CG marks here on the bottom of the aircraft. Now, I will tell you, if you're flying on a 5000 6S, battery only really goes in one spot. Feels really good right there, so you don't really have to worry about CG too much on this aircraft. It can be moved after that, but it will have to probably be done with either a lighter pack or lead. So let's flip it back over now. Let's show you the battery report after that flight. You'll see that the top loader battery hatch is right here on top. Another cool upgrade to this model is this is all plastic now. You can see all around this, all the way around. So we're not gonna have to worry about damaging this battery bay while we're taking things in and out of it. This is the spot on the aircraft that really gets tore up the most on most aircraft, where you're always in and out of it. So it's nice to see that plastic cladding make its way all the way inside. If we unhook the battery real quick, we'll take a look at this. Like I said, I had a 5000 milliamp 6S Admiral 50C, just our standard 6S 5000 pack. And we are at 3.803 volts a cell, or 34%, so plenty left in the tank there. Very respectable flight time. The other cool thing right out of the box is this is gonna have the EG01 Freewing Gyro in it, pre-programmed, ready for you to go. You just plug that in, just like normal, and then you need a 3-position switch to turn that gyro between off and on. And then if you have the programming card, you will be able to activate the self-leveling mode also. Out of the box, this one is programmed to not have the self-leveling mode, at least in my case. We may update that in the future. Make sure you stay at motionrc.com and read the description for any future updates to this aircraft. But the current version at release that I have only has the 2 modes active right out of the box. But with the programming card, you can change that. All right, guys. Well, this is the new F-22. They're available right now here at motionrc.com. If you want one, they're in stock and shipping to customers today. And as always, whether it's air, land, or sea, you can get it right here at Motion RC. See you in the next video, guys.